Oh, every time. Okay. Mm, mm. Hello. Hello, everyone. It's me, Jorge Estrada, DC, D Sir MUTATIO FORMULAE. Buongiorno, bonjour, hola, and hello. Okay. So it was the summer of 2010, I believe. And I had an entire suite with a full size kitchen, a full size conference room with wall to wall carpeting, fully furnished, my own desk, my own direct telephone line that my employer at the time had leased for me under a 1 year contract with this commercial office building in Merrifield, Virginia. And I was there working at my desk in my entire suite with conference room, with kitchen, fully furnished. And I was at my desk and I heard I heard multiple cars, vehicles outside my window on the side of the building pull in, blasting like high octane rock music. So I peer out the window most organically, and this one guy is in one car and he says bye to the other person who happens to be female in the other car, and he drives off. I look down, she looks up at me and sees me and has a Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon shirt on. She looks up at me, I look at her. We smiled at each other, we exchanged words, and then she came around. I let her through the back of the building, around the side of the building, through the back door. She then came into my office and we hung out. Um, so, bottom line is that when she was with me, she didn't tell me that she was engaged. She didn't have an engagement ring on, a wedding band, nothing. She made or being in a committed relationship, partnership with someone. So a few days had passed, and I left my suite to go to one of my nearby favorite restaurants to get lunch. And I step out, and she's right out in front of the front entrance of the commercial building. And she steps out of the car with this man who's really tall and looks like a doppelganger of Neil Young. So he resembled Neil Young, and he was of the same height, really tall, long limbed, and lanky. Just a very, very Neanderthalic and barbaric in size and appearance, with really long arms and legs, really tall and really big and oversized. And she's with him, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Wait till you hear this and how this ends. She goes, "Hey." I I just kept walking in the direction of where I was getting lunch from, but she kept yelling my name out. So I had no choice but to turn around and address her, and she insisted I come on, no, bulged out of my head, because when she was in my office with me, she never mentioned she was married. She didn't have a ring on. And when she introduced me to him on purpose and by purpose, guess what? Guess what she had on her hand? She had her ring on, a huge rock. I couldn't believe it. I said, this woman is crazy. Then she goes, then I learned that the boutique underneath my suite is owned by Miles, and that he employs her, and that she manages and operates his boutique that he owns underneath my office in my suite. And when she came in that day, she never mentioned any of it. not even once, nor implied anything. And then purposefully introduces me to him. How bizarre. So guess what he says to me as I wrap up this video log? I heard that you are a musician, a singer, that you have a DC band. So we start going back and forth. And he says to me, I was chief sound engineer for Rush for 10 consecutive years. There you go. That's this video log. He then shared with me that his family founded the company that I won't name by title, that single-handedly is directly responsible for providing all of the sound and lighting production and lighting and sound for all of the historic national events that have transpired at the National Mall Reflection Pool since, I believe, 1950. So the JFK speech, the Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream speech, when Michael Jackson and the ensemble of the We Are the World song performed at the memorial, facing the reflection pool, of the We Are the World song performed at the memorial, facing the reflection